Barry, the Summers are celebrating 20 years this year of democracy. What can people look forward to?
We've got brilliant, wonderful surprises for Summer 20, but I don't want to say too much yet because then it's not a surprise. But it is 20 years of democracy. We are celebrating, obviously, first and foremost, achievements in music the past year. But obviously, we are going to celebrate 20 years of democracy, 20 years of South African music, the diversity of that, the cultural diversity within that. So, yeah, we're very excited for Summer 20. It's going to be quite a spectacular.
What has been the best part of being project manager of such a big project?
The Summers is something, I mean, when I started out many years ago, being a producer of various shows, obviously you aim at a production, at the biggest production in the country. And the biggest show in South Africa, obviously, the Summers. So when they phoned me, Randall and Randall Abrams phoned me last year and he asked me whether I'm interested in doing this, I was like astounded. I couldn't believe they are asking me to do the Summers because the South African Music Awards is the biggest locally produced show in South Africa. So yeah, it's such an honor, it's such a privilege being part of such a wonderful team. Yeah, it is mind-blowing. It is.
Are we ever going to have a situation where the awards are hosted on one night and not have a situation where other categories are almost more important than the other ones?
The only way for me to really answer that, there's no category more important than the other when it comes to the Summers. In the United States, for instance, with the Academy Awards and with the Grammys and all those, it's also a matter of splitting it up in two. You've got your industry awards prior to, and then you've got the main awards. Only because it's televised live, the main awards. So you look at your main categories, record of the year, male artist of the year, female artist of the year, because obviously a 3-hour award show is entertainment driven. So I don't think 11 million people outside viewing the show, or the TV broadcast at least, would like to see 37 categories and 1 or 2 performers. It's more a matter of the entertainment value. But we don't see one category more important than the other. I mean, there's industry-based categories, and then there is main categories which will feature in the main awards. But one also needs to remember in South Africa, we've got many cultures and many types of music within all those cultures. Whereas in Europe or America, there's one universal language and there's one universal sound and one so it differs a bit. But no, I would never ever say that. Firstly, it won't be possible to feature all 37 categories in one evening. It'll be a 10-hour show. And then, secondly, one category ain't more important than the other. And obviously, you can say Record of the Year is very important because which album of all the releases in the past year really stood out. But I mean, all music, all genres, all artists, all play such a vital part in developing South African music, in taking it forward. So, yeah.
2 weeks to go before the Summers. Are you ready? Can you safely say that you're ready to host one of the biggest productions in this country?
We are ready. Yeah. We are ready. If they had to tell us the Summers will happen on Friday, I'll get the team to be ready. That I can promise you. Now, there's obviously stress and pressure, but I'm not too apprehensive about it because I think the fear of the pressure sometimes is the pressure itself. It's in your head. I mean, if you've got your checklist ready and your crew is ready and your cast is working, everything is fine. It's a matter of focusing, and you know, we are very ready. I mean, we're going to have a very good Summer 20. We're celebrating achievements. We're celebrating democracy. We're celebrating transformation in music. So yeah, the people is going to have such a good show.
So is it bigger than all the other Summers specifically because of the...
No, I don't see it like that. I mean, the fact that it's 20 years old, we are celebrating a theme. Like I've said earlier in the interview, the most important part of any awards is the achievements. It's the people you need to honor for what they have done over the past years. That is your first goal. That's your first outcome. I mean, bringing in democracy and bringing in, like I've said, transformation and celebrating that is important because that is who we are as South Africans. But that shouldn't overshadow your show because it remains an award ceremony, which ultimately is the main outcome.
Well,